Hi, welcome back to Journey to Nailed. Thank you for clicking on this video and joining this journey with me. If you guys did not know by now, I am currently in manicuring school, so I'm just gonna go over the things that came in my manicuring kit with you guys. So first up, we have the little tote bag. Well, not little. This bag is actually pretty big, and you can carry a lot of stuff in it, as well as it does have wheels on it. So it's a pretty nice, decent bag. So first up is the bag that you have to carry your stuff in. Next up, we have some cotton swabs as well as some lint-free wedges that we can use. Then we have this circular palette. You just use the palette to like put your lotions, your scrubs, your cuticle oils on. Then we have this disinfectant container. So basically, you pour the Barbicide or whatever your choice of disinfectant is, you pour it inside the container, and the container has a little tray. So after you pour your disinfectant in the bottom of the container, you set your implements on top of the little tray, and then once you close the container, the tray drops down and it submerges your implements completely in the disinfectant. So it's a pretty cool tool to use. You can use that instead of buying the Barbicide disinfectant jars. You can use that simple little container, and it's easy travel size. Next up, we just have a small little storage container, easy access for all your things. Then we have some cotton swabs. You can use the cotton swabs for cleanup work, around your cuticle and everything. And we have some French tips, just some white tips. The kit also included a nail trainer and a couple packs of replacement tips for your nail trainer. The day that this video was recorded, I had left my nail trainer at school, but it's just your basic little nail trainer that attaches to the desk, and it's plastic. It isn't made out of silicone. They gave us the plastic one that came in our kit. Then next we have a sterilization jar. Now this jar we basically just use to store our implements during our services. So whenever I did a manicure, I just put my nippers, pushers, all that stuff. I kept it in the jar as we worked. Then we had some disinfectant spray that came in the kit. And this that I'm opening is a pedicure implement kit. It comes with your pedicure nippers, toe nippers, a curette, a rasp. If you guys don't know what those tools are, you will learn about them as you go to school, or just look them up and you'll be able to find them and learn how to use them for yourself. These are some dual-ended brushes that it came with. So one side of the brush is Kolinsky and the other side is a dotting tool. Honestly, I did not use these because my school, they do not teach acrylic. So those brushes were useless to me. And then we have a little 5-piece of art brushes. Next up, we have a bottle of hand sanitizer. Now, about my school not teaching acrylic, I will say when you're choosing a school, make sure you ask what their curriculum is and what they are willing to teach you. My school will not teach acrylic, so we learned polygel. So there's that. I didn't know that until I went to school. In my hand right there, I have some Sechi. I don't know, is that the top coat or the base? I can't tell, but it might be the top coat. I will say this is a very good top coat. I do like this top coat. It has good lasting power. And then we have another pedicure set. Those are like the heavy duty pedicure sets, the ones that you really have to go in on. Basically the jaws of life. If you gotta use the jaws of life on somebody's feet, that's the pedicure set that you need. Okay, this is just a small little manicuring bowl that we used at school. Next up is this big old pack full of stuff. So in this pack we have some buffers, some pedicure emery boards, some artificial nail emery boards, some nail brushes. I believe there's some glue in there. There may be a couple cuticle pushers. It's just a bunch of random stuff in there. There is a nail tip cutter in there. Just a bunch of random stuff that you're gonna need as you do artificial nails. Once again, I just want to emphasize that you guys do all your research when choosing a cosmetology school or a manicuring school to attend. An example of this is the state that I live in requires 450 hours for manicuring. However, the school that I attend required 600 hours. Now, the school that I attended required 600 hours because they wanted to make it easier on the student if the student was to decide to do reciprocity. Reciprocity is basically if you get your license in one state, you'll be able to basically pay a fee and transfer your license into another state without having to take extra courses. So they added that extra 600 hours, and so we did 600 hours instead of 450 in case the student wants to move to another state. It basically makes it easier on the student by not having to take extra classes. I hope I explained that well. Also, with doing reciprocity or moving from one state to another, before you decide to make that move, you do want to look at all the state guidelines because state guidelines, they're different in each state. The state that you got your license in may not require you to do continuing education, and then you move to another state and that state requires you to do continuing education. And if you didn't look that up and you didn't know, you possibly can have your license suspended because you didn't complete those continuing education classes. So when picking this career choice, there's a lot of things that you have to take in consideration and a lot of research that you do have to do. So make sure you do your due diligence, and that way you have all your ducks in a row. Okay, so this is just an overview of everything in the bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have more questions and anything about attending manicuring classes, please leave them in the comments below, and have a great one. See ya.